Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rum and a Couch video number 82. Dave here from Manchester Rum Festival, and for this episode I want to focus on an island you traditionally wouldn't think rum would come from, and that's the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man, if you don't know, is within the British Isles. It's just in between Ireland and England, or mainland UK. Excuse me. And the guys at Outlier Distillery have come up with this. This is their first release, the Hoolie Manx White Rum. And I was intrigued because with having family in the Isle of Man now, we've been over, and you might have seen a couple of episodes ago, our first focus on the Isle of Man in regards to Fenordry and their spiced Manx rum. But this one is not spiced. And I was intrigued because I was learning more about, are there any other distilleries on the island of the Isle of Man? Are there any breweries as well? Because I do love a good beer. And I came across these guys, gave them a follow on good old Instagram. Followed me back, and we actually met up a couple of weeks ago here in Manchester. They were over, we met up for a bit of brunch, and they bought a bottle, which was very kind of them, and we gave it a go. And I was actually quite impressed, and I wanted to relay that to you guys here today, because it's good to see that even though it's a new distillery, they haven't just automatically gone for a spice rum. They've gone for a more traditional element. It's 41% ABV. And they actually use an old milking shed in the north of the island. And they use a wood-fired still as well. So a bit more on the traditional side. Just to give you an idea, Hoolie is the Manx word for bloody windy, which often is on the Isle of Man. Been there, definitely is. Fermented from molasses in our old milking shed distillery and double distilled in our wood-fired still. Offers a couple of tasting notes and some signature serves as well. So, I've already poured myself a glass because I got interrupted before by the postman. So hence the not pouring it into a glass already. And the first thing I get, it's a lot lighter than I think people would expect. It's a lot cleaner, a lot clearer. I get a kind of waxy lime aroma towards it. There's definitely a malt licorice feel. And there's something else there, and I tried to pick it up before. You kind of get that kind of candy floss. You get kind of wisps of aromas. You sort of get a delicate, and then it's a intensive, and it's delicate again. It's a nice wave. There's also, it has that kind of charcoal element. You know, you get the carbon when you get something like a piece of coal in your hand. You get an aroma of sorts, but it's not obviously anything intense. It's still charcoal. That sort of comes through. I'm intrigued to give it a taste. That's where I got interrupted last time. So let's give it a go. 41% ABV. Very, very soft. Not velvet soft, but soft. It's definitely a great approach to a first rum of the Isle of Man. You get the malt liquor profile. It's nice. Its longevity is there. You know you got a rum in your mouth. It's nothing too bold, nothing too brash. It's not a heavy age profile or anything like that. But there is that sort of, you do get the citrus. It's sort of just here on the sort of side back of your mouth, of your palate. The lime comes through. There's an element of, I'd say that definitely that waxy lime. This will make a perfect daiquiri. It really would. There's an element of, you can still get the malt liquor. I think that's what's offering that softness. It's a little bit dry at the ends, but it's kind of expected. I also get a kind of tasting of like marshmallow. There's something there that offers that kind of flump element. I don't know if anyone's ever had a flump that's not in the UK. I'm sure if you are in the UK, you know exactly what I mean. It's more like a subtle tasting. So like I say, I'm not expecting brashness, and it doesn't come through, which is good. But if it does, I'll be wondering what the hell was in this to get it down to, well, essentially, obviously, it's a shame they call it white rum. I get it, but it's that's a good start. That's a really good introduction to what the Isle of Man's all about. And I mean, the more I think about it, a daiquiri would make sense. It wouldn't cut through too much. I think you've got a good base. I've got a little bit left. The guys were very kind enough to obviously not give me a full bottle, but enough to make a daiquiri and make a mojito will probably work quite nice as well. Definitely a good 50, 60 mil to really make it shine through. But a daiquiri, yes, definitely. Even a Hemingway to a push as well could work quite nicely. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite a short one, this one, because there's only the one expression at the moment. There are hopefully many more on its way over the years at the Outlier Distillery. It's been fantastic to meet the guys and to understand not just what their vision is in regards to showcasing the Isle of Man, but also their understanding of rum and what they like to do to impress people like ourselves. So if you're intrigued to give it a go, we do have a website on the Outlier Distillery socials. So feel free, give them a follow on Instagram, on Facebook. The links there straight to the shop. They do deliver, for what I can remember, to the mainland UK. Obviously, it will cost a little bit, but to be brutally honest, I've seen a lot of people buy some very expensive stuff lately. So it's this could be a bit of a bargain in hindsight. And it's great to sort of support British rum as well. I'm intrigued to give sort of a next ideas to go. They give me a couple. I don't want to say anything, but I'm very intrigued and I'm hoping to visit them when I'm over in the Isle of Man, in the north of the island, in the next couple of months. Fingers crossed. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do, if you wish, give Hoolie a go. And if you haven't done already, of course, Manchester Rum Festival is back on June the 18th of this year. Same venue as last year at McCure Hotel in Piccadilly Gardens. Tickets are only £25. All the stands have been taken. All the exhibitors are being showcased as we speak. So make sure you keep an eye out. Maybe there's a new favourite to enjoy. Maybe there's an old favourite to revisit. And of course, I'll be announcing what the bar and food partners were going to be within the next couple of weeks as well. There's plenty to immerse yourself within at Manchester Rum Festival. And I'm sure you are fully remembering of that if you've been before as well. I'm hoping it will be even bigger and better this year for you all to experience and enjoy. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all for the next Rum on the Couch episode, getting very close to that number 100. And I will see you all very soon.